If you want a good relationship, but you keep finding a bad one, if you want a healthy relationship, but you keep finding toxicity, if you want long-term commitment, but can only find short-term situationships, this episode is for you. I've helped over 1,000 people when it comes to dating and relationships, and I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of times, the things that you say that you want and the things that you desire are not necessarily the results that you're gonna get because you just don't know the formula for dating. And it's not that you're a bad person or that you're broken. It's just that you don't really understand yourself, you don't understand the dating market, and you may not be able to pick the right people. So let's talk about why you're finding bad relationships instead of good ones. You guys don't know who I am. My name is Sumi. I'm a life coach. I'm a dating coach. I help a lot of people in different areas of life. Hit that bell notification to stay on top of all my videos. Click the links down below if you want to connect with me. And let's begin today's episode. Look, I've been someone that's dated a lot of people that weren't good for me. I've dated women that really just broke my heart, and I love them so much, but they just didn't do the right things for me. And I would blame them. I would say they're the problem. But the reality was I was the problem. I opened the door. I let them in. I asked them out. I made the decision to engage with them. And the first part of dating and actually being successful at dating is self-accountability. Everybody that you talk to is someone that you choose to invest in. It's someone that you choose to partner with. And I don't want to hear, I couldn't get away from them. I didn't really know. You can call 911. You can block their number. You can leave. You can move away. You can do a lot of things today that will protect you from bad relationship. There's definitely situations that are very heinous where things happen and people don't know. But for the majority of people out there, I think it's safe to assume that you can get away from someone that you don't want to talk to. If you really wanted to get away from them, you could do it. And anybody you talk to is someone that you choose to invest in. So why do you keep choosing bad people? Why do you keep investing into the bad investments that don't last? So your time is an investment. Understand what I said there. You are investing your emotional energy into somebody that is not necessarily the best, is not good for you, is not someone that you really should be with. And you're choosing the wrong thing. So let's dive in a little bit deeper. Number one, I want you to understand and accept that you're addicted to chaos. If your relationships are all toxic, you're addicted to chaos. And this might be a thing that you actually derive from your childhood. If your childhood was very unpredictable, you didn't have parents that really knew what they were doing. And look, a lot of parents don't know what they're doing. It's their first rodeo. A lot of first children have this. You're actually going to be addicted to chaos because that feels familiar. We're actually attracted to what we're familiar to. So I'm attracted to women that are very similar to my mom. My mom is a very conservative woman. She's a very nice woman, but my mom is very dynamic. She can switch up her personality. So these are the same characteristics that I'm attracted to in women as well. I've done the self-analysis, I've done the reflection, and I've understood about myself, man, I'm addicted to environments that are very similar to my childhood. Another thing is I'm also addicted to people that cling to me. My mom clung to me after my father passed away as a kid. So that chaotic environment of my mom needing me and clinging to me and looking to me for a lot of things is something that I'm also attracted to in relationships. And this takes a lot of self-analysis, a lot of self-reflection, and also a lot of unwiring on the trauma that has been indirectly caused by an imperfect childhood. Sometimes when someone brings you peace, your brain also will let you know that this is not love because it's so addicted to chaos. It's so addicted to the controversy, the volatility. Drama becomes your baseline. Drama becomes where you operate from. And you kind of try to push your life towards more drama, and that actually makes you more stimulated, but it's really just not good for you. Point number two that I want to go into. Humans are actually addicted to volatility. Men are addicted to women that are promiscuous, that look very seductive. They have their body shaped a certain way. Men are attracted to that. So when men are attracted to women that look a certain way, these bottle girls or strippers, you might say, oh, why are you attracted to this, but you want a girl that's good? Because the primary factor of how men select women, the first part of it is lust. Men are typically lustful when they start talking to women. I would be lying to you. I'm a man. When I first look at a girl, I'm looking at her attraction level towards me. Then I go and talk to her and see if she's tolerable on a personality scale. But the first thing I'm looking for is if I'm attracted to her. So men are attracted to volatility in an indirect way when it comes to presentation sexually. Women are also attracted to volatility in the characteristics of a man. Women are attracted to men that are selfish, that are narcissistic, that are popular, that are powerful, that are influential. And this also indirectly creates a higher chance of ego, manipulative behavior, narcissism, so on and so forth. And so when the girl goes for the high school quarterback, even though the high school quarterback's not going to do anything for her, when the girl goes for the rapper, when she goes for a guy that's not good for her, when women are attracted to men that have, a lot of domestic abuse and violence towards them, you might be thinking these women are broken. No, they're acting on a raw biological impulse a lot of times because aggressive, Machiavellian, egotistical, cocky men on a biological level. They're typically the ones that are going to survive the saber-toothed tiger attack. And the men that are winning in today's society are more calculated. They're more logical. They're less emotional. They're not necessarily the tallest and strongest and most ripped guys out there. They're the ones that have the most systems and procedures, which may actually be an inhibitory factor in a raw biological level if something were to happen. So the men like Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, these are not the Chads of the world. They're just the most logical guys in the world. That's why they become very successful. But women are still attracted to the Chads of the world. And that is something that you have to unwire and selectively redefine as a woman. Number 3, I want to talk about how peace is boring. Peace is actually very boring. Peace is predictable, and predictability is boring. If you know that your partner is going to come home every single day from work and treat you well and be nice to you, it actually becomes indirectly boring. But what you have to realize is that your happiness should not be from your relationship. Yes, I said it. Your partner should not make you happy. When I hear people at weddings say, "You make me the happiest man in the world," I cringe in my stomach because I'm like, that is not good. You should make yourself happy. And your partner should be someone that's peaceful, theoretically boring. And together you experience life, which is going to stimulate both of you. So my partner, my wife, the person that I want in my life is going to be very boring. They're not going to be someone that's ultra stimulating. I would want them to be dynamic to a degree, but I'm going to experience stimulating things with them, and that's the fun, and that's the conversation we're going to have from there. Because we share these experiences, we build those relationships, we build that chemistry, and we build that love. Sometimes people mistake calm people, good people, for a lack of chemistry because they're not stimulating you with volatility. Theoretically, the person that treats you right doesn't give you the highs and lows, which we're actually attracted to. When you want to really impress women, I tell men this all the time. You want to go talk to women? Don't say, "Hey, I think you're beautiful. I want to treat you really well." Don't say that. Make her laugh. Make her feel up and down and all around. That's how people are attracted to you. And the same goes the other way as well. So very, very mature people that understand themselves on an emotional level are going to go for boring, and that might sound weird, but that's actually the truth. They don't go for the emotional roller coaster because that's actually not good. The spark is very dangerous. So when they don't see an emotional roller coaster, they assume there's no spark, which is actually very, very bad. Number 4, another thing that you might be suffering from is that you don't believe that you deserve good relationships. Like, you may be so beaten down, your light might be so dimmed, your partners may have talked you down as a person and said that you don't deserve anything because you do this, you do that. Let me tell you something, okay? There are certain things that you can do to hurt people and hurt your chances of dating. I understand that. Like, if you're in sex work, if you're mean to people, if you have a bad reputation, yes, it's going to hurt you. But at the end of the day, I think everybody does deserve some type of love, and everybody does deserve that consistency from someone that makes sense for them. So subconsciously, you might be chasing people that feel about you how you feel about yourself, which may not be positive. If you don't feel worthy of good love, you're not going to necessarily find it. If you don't feel worthy of good love, healthy love, you're going to sabotage it, you're going to break it, and when it knocks at your door, you're going to not answer. Sometimes we think that love has to be earned instead of actually received, and this is just a very incorrect way of thinking. Number 5, your ego is actually the problem. The reason that you might be failing in relationships can also be the opposite end, where you feel like you're just too good for people. You're too cocky, you're too egotistical, and you chase people that please you, but they only please you because they know it easily manipulates you. And when they can easily manipulate you, they can get what they want from you and then just toss you to the side. There are many women that I talked to when I was a younger guy that I knew that if I said the right things and I stroked their ego and I made them feel good about themselves, that they would give me anything that I wanted as a young guy. And so once I was done, I could move on, and it was an indirect crush to their ego. But some people are so led by their ego and their emotion and their idea of who they can be and who they are that they ignore what reality actually is. And last but not least, point number 6, let's talk about this. You're looking for validation instead of actual partnership. You're looking for the person that's hard to get. You like the idea that this person doesn't really like you in an indirect way because it makes them feel more valuable, more scarce, more desired, and someone that's actually a challenge for you to get. The best person that's going to be a good partner for you is actually not necessarily going to be difficult to get. When women try to make it difficult for you to go on a date, or when men try to make it difficult for you to see them, they're not actually good for you. They're just incompatible. Go for the compatibility. We often try to overlook the people that already see our worth and that chase us because we feel like we're too good for them. But the reality is they're going to treat you really well. Go to where you're treated the best. Go to where you're loved. Go to where you're celebrated, and life will become very easy. And more than anything else, go for the people that are boring, peaceful, calm, controlled. And don't look at it as a bad thing that you're not always jumping for joy around them, or things are not up and down and all around and there's this intense connection. Go for someone that gives you boring. I know this sounds bad, but this is the truth about dating and having a happy relationship. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you so much for watching me. If you guys ever want to connect with me, hit that link down below to connect with me on Instagram. And until next time, peace.